Well, good morning. Yeah, it's really early. I just got back from the gym, believe it or not. I didn't wear gym clothes though. They need to be washed. In any case, the blurb that I wrote yesterday, actually fairly late in the afternoon, which is unusual for me. I usually get it done earlier than that. But it's a question. Did I make a mistake a year ago? I was asked after I had my stroke if I thought I would survive. The local hospital in Melbourne would not even operate. My condition was that bad. They sent me to Shands Hospital at the University of Florida, which is where the question was posed by 6 doctors on the surgical team. I told each one of them that my mission on earth was not complete. I spent 2 months in the hospital altogether, 6 weeks for the open heart surgery in which my heart was rebuilt. I had 3 heart attacks after that, putting me back in the hospital for 2 more weeks. I could not breathe normally for 3 months in recovery until I finally weaned myself off some of the medications and began getting laser treatments from an alternative doctor. I enrolled in the gym in early September and began to build my body back. Then the damn bank started trying to take my home. They finally succeeded 10, 11 days ago. Frankly, had I known it would come to this, I would not have fought for my life. Dying would have been a welcome relief. As I said, I wrote that blurb yesterday afternoon, and last night I received a call from my attorney finally, whom I had been unable to reach for over a week after sending money to her. But she was in the hospital, and anyway, she filled me in on what was going on, and they have to go back in next month to the hospital again because they didn't do the surgery for various reasons. I'm not going to go into those details. But it lifted my spirits some to finally know that my appeal is moving forward again, finally. She said you have 30 days after filing to submit the paperwork. So we're going to be working on that today, and I imagine the rest of this week, and moving it forward. So that is somewhat of a relief. But this has been, folks, for me, the biggest challenge, knowing that my stuff was destroyed. I mean, I'm fighting for my life, to have my home taken, and they have the appeal wasn't even finished yet. It was only the first step of the appeal. And they took my home and destroyed my personal property. Things that I will never recover again. Not ever, ever. It's gone forever. And as far as I'm concerned, we have a multi-million-dollar lawsuit against the judge, the attorneys for PNC Bank, and maybe the court itself. I don't know how all that works. There's a lot of things that have to be determined. But this has been a trial of my faith, a trial of my patience, a trial of my determination to continue going and trying to move forward. As I said, I just got back from the gym. I'm still doing the exercise program. I got to admit, this week it's been more of a challenge than I remember it being in previous weeks, but that's probably due to the stress and the numbness in my right foot seems to be moving up my leg. At one point, yesterday or the day before, I was numb from the knee down, and it's now halfway up. Today, right now, it's numb halfway up the calf. So I don't know what the spreading numbness is all about. But these are the conditions that I have to deal with. And then I have friends that tell me it's not going to happen in my lifetime. They might just as well slap me in the face as to tell me that, because I've spent my whole lifetime since a kid believing that this lifetime I'm going to make a difference and be able to help bring the kingdom of heaven to earth. Now, I don't mean that as by myself, but be part of that process that takes place where there's an awakening and where God finally starts doing something to actually shift and change the reality of human beings. We can't continue in this brainwashed state. If it goes as some people suggest, if it's going to take decades yet, and some have even suggested a few more hundred years, then the earth is going to be destroyed again. You're going to have to start all over again with another human race, because this human race will not survive. I mean, they've been poisoning the planet and doing all sorts of things. I mean, why demon-possessed people and a cabal of egomaniacs that are only after money and fictitious money at that, money and control. That's all they seem to want. Why God would allow this kind of people to be in charge of a world, in charge of a planet, and to exercise domination. And it's not, it's domination. They try to dominate everybody else. I filed UCC once. Or didn't file, but I have, my home is not even owned by me. It's in a non-statutory, business trust. You know, I've done all sorts of remedies through the years, trying to protect myself and protect my home, which again, like I've said before, is a church. I had, until my family moved in November 2014, is that right? 2013. Yeah, 2013. Until they moved in then, I had regular meetings every week, every Wednesday, and toward the end there were sometimes we had meetings on Thursdays, but we also had meetings on weekends. We had seminars and stuff like that going on weekends. This was a church, and they took the status of a church, and then they started communicating its unknown tenants, or if they put the tenant's name, they put my son-in-law's name at the top, and they put me underneath, like he was the primary person. He was the one that got himself in a bunch of legal situations where he couldn't even afford to give me money to cover the utilities in my house, let alone any rent. I mean, folks, this is the stuff that I've had to go through, and it's tried my patience and my faith to the hilt. And I'm serious. If it's not going to happen in my lifetime, I may as well die, because I don't want to, even with the lawyer coming back and stuff like that, this world sucks. The way the world is sucks. And it's a hellhole. It's hell on earth because of the criminality of people who claim leadership responsibilities. Anyway, I ask for your prayers. I ask for prayers for the attorney and her significant other, that these medical issues that they're facing will be resolved favorably, and that they will be able to regain their strength, both of them. I'm thankful for those that have offered other suggestions. I just got a new suggestion today of a legal aid society here locally that helps senior citizens. But as long as I have an attorney working on it, that's a good thing. And I don't want everything is being filed pro se because I don't want to lose my status. I'm not a straw man. And the courts only have authority to deal with straw men, and they don't. And that's an entity that is fictional. It's a fictional character. I've said this so many times, and it's all fraud. The courts are fraud. They're privately owned for-profit corporations, and it's fraud that they're committing. So hopefully things will start turning around for me, for humanity, so that we can finally breathe easier, and some of the people that have had their homes stolen will either be remunerated with financial benefits, or get their homes back if that's possible. I don't know what all is possible, but it seems like it's again starting, perhaps moving in the right direction. Thank you for listening.